council members, and superintendent. My name is Julia Fontana, and I am a mother to 4 young children. I'm here tonight because it is my sacred duty as their mother to protect them and advocate for them until they are capable of advocating for themselves. I have already emailed you each my concerns at Tierra Bonita and with the overarching leadership. In my email, I cited 9, that's right, 9 red flags that I have observed this year as a mother to 2 children on campus. Tonight, I have questions. Why is my 5-year-old nephew relaying events in his TK classroom where the TK teacher is grabbing a student by her upper arm and forcing her down into a chair in front of the class? This is not normal. This is inappropriate teacher-to-student behavior. Why, when allegations arose for inappropriate physical interactions between the TK teacher and TK students, was she never put on leave? Where is the only widely trusted and vetted adult that was historically in that classroom, Miss Julie Burr? How was a thorough investigation completed by the district when no students or parents in the TK classroom were ever interviewed? Christine Donnelly, Ricardo Cesena, and Greg Mizell, we are not buying it. Why does the Tierra Bonita principal have such an extensive resume of being at so many schools? Why has he been laid off so many times? His resume is not assuring. Why was the principal alone in the TK classroom with a student stroking the student's arm? This is inappropriate physical behavior. This is weird. It is establishing a bad habit. Why was the principal alone with my 7-year-old son with the door closed to discuss rules for a recess game? This is inappropriate behavior. This is not normal. This is establishing a bad habit. Why does the principal want the kids to kneel when he blows his whistle? This is not normal. This is weird. It is establishing a bad habit. Why has Christine Donnelly not taken a harder stand? Why has Ricardo Cesena not taken a harder stand? Why has Greg Mizell not taken a harder stand? I think it is clear. It is because you would rather protect your own instead of protecting our children, and it is deplorable. I ask you to do something.
Amanda Cosmo.
Good evening. My name is Amanda Cosmo. I have 2 children that attend Tierra Bonita Elementary School, with one of them in the TK class. I'm here to express my dissatisfaction with the response the principal and PUSD provided our school community with regard to a concerning interaction between a TK student and the teacher. Communication from the principal and district about recent events have been cryptic, vague, and crafted to placate parents in a manner that feels deceptive and intentional. The Sheriff's Department's presence at school on 9/26 and the subsequent emails sent by the principal reassuring parents that at no time was there any threat to our students was misleading and left parents unsettled. On 10/1, the district said that there was an interaction that was non-criminal and that an investigation by the Sheriff's Department and district had already been completed. Although this action may be determined as non-criminal, it leaves a reasonable person to believe that the interaction was questionable enough that staff, as mandated reporters, felt that it needed to be reported to authorities. What is extremely disappointing is that the teacher has remained on campus to this day, even during this apparent investigation where no parents were notified. During that time, my child and other children were in the presence of a teacher that had allegedly inappropriately interacted with a student, and that is unacceptable. The failure to place this teacher on leave during that investigation speaks volumes, as the perception is that the district is more focused on protecting staff and wanting to limit negative exposure rather than conducting a fair and impartial investigation. I have since kept my child at home. She has not been to school for 2 weeks, and same as other families, because we do not trust that the school will keep her safe. Our Tierra Bonita community is tight-knit, and the teaching staff's conduct has never come into question before. Since the arrival of the new principal, our school community has begun to fracture under his leadership. Parents are frustrated with the lack of transparency and, frankly, the disregard for student safety. Trust has been lost. The collective response from PUSD leaves parents feeling like, once again, the district is trying to brush an incident under the rug. This has to stop. Our children deserve better.
Jenna Fritz.
Good evening. I am a parent of a TK student at Tierra Bonita. Due to concerns of safety, lack of structure, and regression in my son's behavior, we have removed him from the TK class and have temporarily enrolled him into his old preschool. For various reasons, half of the TK families also decided to keep their students home. We face a difficult decision at the end of the month: continue with Tierra Bonita's TK program or enroll him full-time at his preschool, costing our family $10,000 this year. This decision is further complicated by the potential loss of our summer ESS spot and the uncertainty of obtaining an ESS spot in the fall. These are vital for our family as it supports our ability to work full-time. The investigation into the allegations of misconduct raised significant concerns for the Tierra Bonita community. Not only were parents not notified that an investigation was ongoing, but the families of students named in the incidents were not notified. The lack of transparency, as well as the calculated communication from the principal and the district that there was no criminal activity, have led a reasonable person to have an overall sense of unease on campus and complete loss of trust. Not criminal does not equal acceptable. Our youngest, most vulnerable students deserve better. For our family, the observable changes in our son's behavior since starting in TK are most troubling. Previously energetic but well-behaved, he now resorts to tantrums, yelling, and even trying to physically hurt family members, behavior that is echoed by other families in the program. Our children are suffering under the watch of a teacher who lacks experience in classroom management skills, and a principal whose actions have been at best negligent and at worst deceitful. If immediate removals of the TK teacher and principal are not feasible, I urge you to at minimum open a second TK classroom with an experienced, qualified teacher, thereby allowing Ms. Julie Burr to resume her role as instructional aide and giving students a safe, nurturing environment to re-enter the classroom. Thank you.
Travis Frazier.
As the saying goes, trust should be earned and not given away freely. As parents, we have little choice but to trust that our children are cared equally or better than we do ourselves every time we send them through the gates of our school. I found out the sheriff's presence on Tierra Bonita campus on Thursday the 26th was in response to a code 273 for child endangerment. I found this out from parents who did their own investigating with the sheriff's department. After hearing this, along with firsthand accounts from the parents of TK students regarding the misconduct and inappropriate behavior of the TK teacher, I found the response from the school and the district as not only ambiguous but also misleading. When information becomes public record, there should be more caution taken in statements made to parents regarding child safety. I understand that the level of discretion is necessary when dealing with matters of this nature. However, the parents of the students involved were never notified. The teacher was never put on leave while a truly thorough investigation was performed. And everyone else was told that at no point was there a threat to students. This negligence is not in standing with the level of transparency we expect from the caretakers of our children. After this, the school and the board has lost mine and many others' trust. It is on you to earn it back. We will continue to make our voices heard until action is taken.
Jessica Frazier.
I'm here to express my outrage regarding the ongoing situation involving the TK teacher at Tierra Bonita. The district's website, your first goal is to empower student success by ensuring that all learning environments are safe, inclusive, innovative, and equitable. Our principal has stated that he conducted his own investigation. However, no staff, parent, student, or aide has been interviewed and no formal investigation has been conducted. I don't understand how you can back his decision when 4- and 5-year-old children are repeatedly being subjected to emotional abuse, physical abuse, and child neglect on a daily basis, and you continue to keep this teacher in the classroom. Such treatment not only violates the trust in our educations, but also jeopardizes the emotional and psychological well-being of our children. Your employee is in violation of your own policy and remains employed, which is utterly unacceptable. 8 families have already pulled their children out of the classroom only 7 weeks after school's begun. Is this not alarming to you? The time and energy spent by parents on this matter with kids not in TK is astronomical. We have been researching policies, talking to parents, gathering information. However, is it not your job to oversee the safety of our children? We have found many things, but a policy for when something as monumental as this happens is nowhere to be found. We entrust our kids to your care with the expectation that they will be safe, supported, and respected. Instead, it appears that this expectation is being shattered by not only the principal, but by the board as well. This is not just a matter of poor teaching practices. It is a serious issue of child welfare that demands immediate attention. Our kids deserve to learn in a safe environment, free from intimidation and fear. I don't understand why the welfare of our children is not of the utmost importance to you, especially what happened last year with the previous superintendent.
Next up is Serrani Rodriguez, and due to accommodation, she gets 4 minutes with the use of an interpreter.
Hola, buenas noches. Me siento muy nerviosa, pero es necesario que alce mi voz por mi hija de 4 años.
Says that she feels very nervous, but she feels the right to speak up for her child because she's only 4 years old.
Han estado pasando cosas en la escuela que no se nos han informado. Ha estado mi hija en peligro. Se le negó el agua en 2 ocasiones. Llegó mi hija bien sedienta después de recogerla. Le expliqué y le pregunté que por qué venía sedienta. Me dijo que se les olvidó y que no le habían regresado para darle agua. Entonces estoy muy molesta porque yo pienso que la mandé a una buena escuela, una escuela con gente capacitada, certificada, y no es así. Ya no tengo la confianza de que mi hija regrese a la escuela porque no sé si me va a llegar deshidratada o igualmente como me llegó, que se me enfermó 1 semana.
She's saying that she is very upset that she was never informed that there was an investigation or any allegations that were brought to her attention only through another parent and never through the school. And she said that it's unfair for her to not have that choice to say, hey, my daughter's in danger, should she or she should not bring her to school. She said that she has not bring her to school because she thought that she was bringing her to a safe school, very prestigious district, and it is not adding up to her that it's not safe for her to go to school. And now she's saying that her daughter was not given water. In 2 occasions, she did speak up to the teacher saying, hey, my daughter's very thirsty. She comes really thirsty. Why are you guys not giving her water? And why are you guys taking that water away from her, or not sure why the water was not given to her daughter when she asked for it. She went to speak for it, that they're not giving her daughter water, and nothing was done. She said that because due to her lack of not getting water, she was dehydrated and she was sick for a week. So she had to stay with her at school. Sorry, my English and Spanish is not that great, but she's just very upset that her daughter's coming home dehydrated, and she's sending her with water. When she comes back, the water is full, so why are you guys not giving her water? So she is very upset of that.
Estoy nerviosa y no quiero pensar cómo estuvo mi hija de 4 años cuando pidió agua y no fue en su idioma natal y no le pudieron dar agua. Estoy triste, estoy inconforme y alzo la voz por ella. Yo siendo latina alzo la voz porque no tenemos que tener miedo solo por ser latinos. Yo espero en ustedes que por favor hagan algo y se lo suplico porque no podemos venir a este país sintiéndonos menos solo por no saber el idioma, que tenemos que aprender y lo estamos aprendiendo, pero por favor ayúdenos a que esa voz de esa niña de 4 años que no fue escuchada y que para muchos no fue importante, para esta vez lo sea, y por favor escúchenla, por favor.
She's saying that she did ask the water in her native language, which is Spanish. So I believe Ms. Arnold is speaking Spanish, so she understood her daughter. And she's saying it's really sad as a Latin American to be here and to not be heard because we are Latin. So it is really sad that our voice is not being heard. And she's saying, is it because we're Latin? Is it because we're a race? Because if that's the case, I thought this was like a country where everyone gets treated equally. And she's saying that she's here to stand up for a 4-year-old that doesn't have that voice, and she wants to advocate for her daughter for not being able to give her what is right and what she believes is right to be given, which is water. I think she says she can't even imagine what her daughter was feeling when she was so thirsty and asking for water multiple times to her teacher.